Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Sunday night. You already knew that. Sunday night fish fry. Um, we're here to have fun, um, ask questions, get answers to your questions. And I will be posting the link so you can come up and show your tanks. So let me get that done. There is one link. And let me go over to YouTube and I should be able to pin it. Hopefully I'll be able to pin it as soon as it comes up. It hasn't come up yet. I'll go back to that. So anyways, how was everybody's week? Mine was interesting, very interesting. We had a bit of excitement here at Father Fish. We had a big excitement Wednesday. It's pretty funny, actually. Looking back on it, it's funny. At the time, it was not funny at all. So I think some of you know, because I think I may have talked about it Wednesday night on Random Mischief. But Wednesday, I left a little bit early so I could get back in time before Bryce had to leave to go home. So I left early to go get Bella. Forgot about the road construction going on, so I got stuck in traffic for about 15 minutes, did not move. While I was in traffic, Bryce called me from the shop, telling me I need to get back as soon as possible. He had a situation going on. I'm thinking, people walked in and got overcrowded. No, he was sitting in the office and he heard a loud noise. Thought it was the back door and UPS coming in. So he got up, and as he got here in this room, water was blasting everywhere. The hose on the wall over there, the hose busted. And water was going everywhere because the last person that used the hose, we won't name names, did not turn the water off and did not drain the hose. Therefore, when the hose busted, water was going everywhere. So he went over and he shut the water off, and he couldn't understand why water was still spraying everywhere. Well, that's because you left the water on and the hose was full of water. But so he threw the hose in the pond and then started, grabbed the rags and started cleaning up. When he called me, that's what he was doing. And I was like, okay, well, why are you using rags? Get the shop vac. Because the way he was explaining it, it was a lot of water. So he got the shop vac. As I was walking in the back door, that's what he was using. He had most of the water in here all cleaned up. It was a little bit here and there, but not like flooded. There was standing water in the back room and the hallway, and the bathroom had that much water all over the bathroom. So I grabbed the mop, started helping him as he took the shop vac in there and cleaned that up. Got everywhere and thought it was all cleaned up and dried up, and that's when I realized the water under this wall of tanks here, there was still water under there. So I told him to go check the office. And of course it was leaking under that wall too into the office. So he got that cleaned up. We got everything cleaned up. All was well. And Bryce learned a valuable lesson. Yeah, when you're done with the hose, turn the hose off and drain it. That's one lesson he won't be forgetting anytime soon. So I think that was most of the excitement for the week. Was that happened Wednesday, and got everything cleaned up just in time to go live with Dina on Wednesday night, Random Mischief. So yeah, that was exciting. Today we had crazy. Hi, Christian. We're closed on Sundays here, so I go to work at another shop. And so I got back here, and of course I had Bella with me. So I get back here. Well, while I was still up in Laurel, Father Fish calls me, and there's a couple of things, that he was talking about, things that we needed to do. Yesterday morning when I got here, the fish in the Thunderdome, the big 150, all the fish were at the top. And my first reaction was, that's not good. Well, I think most of what little bit of water went through the wall is next door, and underneath the wood floor, it looks wood, but I think they're just like those panels that you stick down, because it's a cement floor underneath. The main thing I was worried about was all these racks are wooden, so that was trying to get all that up. But yesterday morning I got here, and all the fish in all the African cichlids were at the top, and I saw that, and I'm like, oh, what is going on? Because when I left here Friday, everything was fine. So I had like all these things running through my mind, like what's going on. And I remember that happening in the pond with the fish before. And Bryce had said, if you ever see all the fish around there, you need a water change, because there's not enough like oxygen in the water. There's too many fish or whatever. So I immediately grabbed my footstool, because short me. I grabbed buckets and a hose, and I started pulling water out. I ended up taking 4 very full buckets. Luckily, it's right there by the front door, so I didn't have to go far. But I took those buckets, had to carry them out because nobody else was here. Father Fish hadn't gotten here yet. So I did, I think it was 20 gallons. Yeah, because each one of the buckets are 5 gallons. They're 5-gallon buckets. So I did 4 buckets, and then filled it back up. When Father Fish got here, I told him what had happened. And he said, that's all those parrots, the parrot cichlids. There was a lot of juvenile parrot cichlids that were brought in. He said, get them out of there. So again, I'm back on the footstool trying to catch fish. Not the easiest thing to do in that tank. But I managed to get quite a few of them out and put them here in the pond. And so far, they're all still alive, which surprised me, because we have like Oscars and pike and messiers and all kinds of good things in there. But they're leaving them alone. And so far they're doing good. Probably have to do another water change tomorrow, maybe. Father Fish told me also go ahead and get more plants in there, because we noticed that they're kind of shredding the plants and they're just like floating on top. So I cleared all that out and managed to get an Amazon mother in there. And in doing so, even though I was on the ladder, I got soaking wet. And no, Stan, my shirt was not white. It was green, but I still had to change my shirt. So yeah, that was not fun. What do you know about the abandoned turnpike tunnels? I have no idea. Hello, Stan. What about them? I don't know. I mean, like at Baltimore, there's an evil clown in those tunnels. Jacob, be careful. Probably is. It wouldn't surprise me. There's evil clowns everywhere. It's wild in there. I walked Rays Hill last night, west to East Portal. Okay, so it's the Baltimore tunnels. I don't know. I try to stay out of the city. I don't like the city. Funny thing, I've always lived on the Eastern Shore. And when I was little, we're talking like little, like 4, 5, 6 years old, my great grandmother lived in Baltimore. And we would always, every year, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, we would always pack the car up and go over there. And I was fine riding in the car until I hit the other side of the Bay Bridge. And then I started feeling it. And the closer we got to the city, I would get sick every time. I would get sick as soon as we hit city limits. And that's really odd. I mean, because like I was a kid, how do I know we're in city limits, right? But yeah, as soon as we hit Baltimore, I would get sick every time. Somebody pointed a gun at you through shadow. Open stuff up that can't never be closed in those tunnels. It's unexplainable. Yeah, that's not my specialty. That is not my specialty, but it does not surprise me. You hear about portals and all that all the time, but that's not what this is about, so I'm not going to talk about that. I don't know anything about it. Don't know. Dangerous city. Yeah, it always has been. Yeah. Um, yeah. Old school hats, like what miners wore back. Oh, with the lights on them. That's weird. Definitely not a Gen Xer. That is pretty wild. Uh, Brenda. Hi, Brenda. New member. Welcome. Oh, I need to go over and see if I can pin the link. I think I figured out why I couldn't pin the link before. If I can pin it this time, I'll know for sure. Yep. Okay. So I got the link pinned, and something struck me as I was setting up today. This is so funny. Technology gremlins at their best, right? I get on YouTube and get on Father Fish channel. From there, I go over to StreamYard and set everything up. And as you're setting up the live stream, it lets you pick who can see it, like what platforms can see it. So right now we have it set up to 2 YouTube channels and Facebook. And looking at the little the pictures, the icon pictures, I got looking at those, and then I went back over to YouTube. After I got StreamYard all set up, got the live ready and all that, and I went back over to YouTube and looked at the picture of the account I was on. I was on the wrong account. That account had, like, I think 3 followers, and that's why I could never pin the link, because I was on the wrong account. So I went in and I switched accounts, and I got on the right account. So when I just went over, it was letting me pin the link. So go figure. See, it took me a while, but I figured it out. I love puzzles. You got to go there to experience this. I have gone to, what is it, Fort McKinley? I've been there. And yeah, you can hear and see some weird things going on there. You hear soldiers, like Confederate soldiers. You can hear them down in the, I don't know what they go, like the bunkers or something. I remember it being underground. I was real little when we went there. Some people could even see them. I never saw anything, but you can hear things. You hear like people talking and stuff when there's no one talking. It was really weird. We have some places like that here on Delmarva too, where like unexplained things happen. The paranormal if you want to call it that. I don't know if we should be talking about this on this channel. That's more of a random mischief kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Like, you're going to get me yelled at by Father Fish for talking about this stuff. We do have a couple of hotels here on the Eastern Shore. I think one is Snow Hill. They were actually on, like, every Halloween that that group goes, where they set up cameras and all that. They go to the haunted places and they set up cameras, and they go to this one hotel like every year. They go to that one in Snow Hill and set up, see things, experience things, all that good stuff. And now that that's out of our system and we're not talking about that anymore on Father Fish channel, I pinned the link so anybody that wants to come up can come up and show their tanks. And the gong is in the other room, not within hand's reach, so nobody's getting gong tonight. Stan. That doesn't mean you get to act up. You still got to behave. But you won't get a gong. Kids, what can you do? Son was having a problem with his ATM card yesterday in the morning. And I told him, I was like, look, the bank's only open until 12. Run over to the bank, go inside and talk to them. He did not. And now he's trying to use his card and it's still not working. He went to the ATM and couldn't get anything. I was like, told you to do that yesterday morning when there was people there at the bank. Now he's got to wait. He's got to wait till tomorrow. All right, Stan. Actually, no, I do not. And I have two crystals here. Thank you very much. This one is a rainbow obsidian. And this one is called I don't know if I want to tell you what this one is called, because you're just full of jokes. No, there is a crystal called a spirit quartz. And no, spirits don't live in it. Spirits don't live in this one either. It's actually called a unicorn crystal, and it's called that because of the colors of the stone. It's multiple, it's got like 5 different types of stones all in one, and they're kind of like unicorn color. It's like a pale purple and all that, so that's why it's called a unicorn stone. You just got an ad. Sorry about that. I don't know how to control those. But I did get the link pin, so you can jump on and show your tank if you want to. If not, I can just sit here and talk to myself. That's a little boring, though. I don't like talking to myself. Oh, but anybody that was at Wednesday night Random Mischief, and if you were there early enough, you saw the little sleep sack that I was crocheting. It's all done, and I'm ready to start the next project. I just don't know what it's going to be. Might be another blanket, I don't know, or a little stuffed animal. I don't know. We'll see. I get like this every time I finish a project. It's like I'm glad I finished it so I can move on to something else, but then I don't know what to move on to. Hey, Neil. So not really a whole lot of new things going on. Trying to think, we got a fish order Thursday, but it wasn't real big. In your opinion, in a community tank, is a rainbow shark or red tail shark better to keep with other fish? It depends on the other fish you have in there with it. For your closet goldfish? Why is your goldfish in the closet? Oh, they were in a small tank, so you got a bigger tank. Never mind. It took me a minute. I'm all right. It's been a very long week, and it's very hot outside. That's good. That's good. You get a bigger tank. Give them more room to move around in. We have, let me see. It's not over there. We had some red tail sharks in with, I don't know if they were the rainbows or if they were in the one next to it, which has, I have no idea what they have in it. It has peacock, not peacocks. It has what's the other one? Parrots and waru. And right now I see an electric blue acara. So we had red tail in there. So yeah, it depends on what your other fish are. Smaller, like guppies or cardinal tetras. Then the shark is going to eat them. Expired, maybe? Did the link expire? Can you not get on the link? Is that what you're talking about? What's expired? Need a bigger house now. Don't we all? Okay, bigger fish. Yeah. Yeah, you could put it in with bigger fish. Especially if the red tail, get them all about the same size, and they'll grow together. I'm trying to think what else. We had, what was the other shark? Rainbow shark. I don't know what a rainbow shark looks like, but I do know what the red tail shark looks like. And we had Bala sharks. Bala sharks in, they were little, so we had them in with other things like Congo tetras. Hi, Lisa. The link is still there. Okay. Christian, what expired? You got me confused now. We also had, I was getting ready to point to the discus tank. We had some Bala sharks up there, but we did not have the discus in there at the time. That was our monster tank. So we had like, what did we have in there? We had Polypterus and Bala sharks and ghost knifefish was in there. Arowana was in there. So things like that, like put like fish with each other. I think that's my son that keeps dinging my phone. He's having problems. Yeah, he's having problems. He'll be okay. He's at that age that, everything is a big deal and everything's an emergency, and it's not. It really isn't. Because all he has to do is wait till tomorrow, and then he can go to the bank and go inside and actually talk to people. What is with that age group that, like, they prefer everything electronic and they don't want to talk to people anymore? Like, go into the bank and talk to the people in there. I've been trying. I was talking to him. I was like, you know what you need here in your lobby? She said, what? I said, you need a fish tank. And she was like, ooh. I don't think they're allowed to, though. She would have to get it okayed through corporate to be able to get a tank set up there. So, oh well. We do have a couple of other places, other units here. One is, he's a car upholstery. He does car upholstery repair. He now has 2 tanks set up in his tiny little office. Big ones, like 60-gallon. I think one's a 55 and the other one's a 60 or 75, something like that. And then we have, I don't know, I think Bryce told me what they have there, and I wasn't really paying attention. I think they have like cards, like the Pokemon cards and stuff like that. It's one of them kind of shops. And he came, and the only reason that stuck in my head was that when he came to look at air tanks, he was looking for fish that kind of looked like Pokemon. And I heard that part of the conversation. I just shook my head. I was like, geez. I share my drawings on community. Oh, that's so cool. On what community? Like, do you go on Discord? Do you put them on Discord? I think there's a place, there's like the different chat rooms. I think there's one for artists where you can post like your drawings and stuff like that. Postcard size. Oh, nice. That's really cool. So Jacob, Christian, Stan, Neil, none of you want to hit that link and come up? Come on. What's wrong with you? Come up and share your tanks. Anybody can do it. Like, you hit the link and come on up. I'll bring you up so you can show everybody your tank. See, Neil will do it. Here's an example. We do have a community tank. I can show this one. Doesn't have any sharks in it, but we have like a lot of tetras. A lot of different tetras, and I don't know what these things are. I have no idea what they're called. They're kind of creepy looking though. Can you see them all right? And in the back we have the neons. So that's pretty cool. We had a bunch of other stuff in there, and they're inspired by aquarium fishies. Well, of course. That's only one of the tanks kind of kind of a little out of control. I keep stealing the corkscrew out of it. It keeps coming back. So there is still some corkscrew in there. And when it starts to take over, then I steal it out of that tank again. Then the tank looks bare until it fills in again. Red nose fishes. Yeah, like the rummy nose tetras. I assume that's what they are. I don't know. Is there more than one kind of red nose fish? I'm looking along here, like this wall here, our 10 gallons is mostly different kinds of tetras. I don't know if he did that on purpose or not. We do have a couple of like mollies and guppies. Most of them are different tetras. And we have Neil. Hi, Neil.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Oh, it's been a long week.
Yes, it has. And guess what?
What's that? Another one starting?
Yep, today's Sunday.
Thanks.
Oh.
All right, how do I make it so I can see it? So these guys, that big guy, ate two of those guys.
Oh no.
But as I'm cleaning up the tank last weekend, I discovered I had six of those guys. One of those mollies had babies,
Oh wow.
and now I got six down here in a 10. That guy is surviving. They think they're getting fed.
So do you think he's safe in there?
Of course not. He gets chased all the time. But I don't have a place to put him until, bear with me, until I get that in the house.
Nice.
Yeah, it's holding water, doesn't drip drip. Oh, I'm losing you. So that'll eventually come in the house with me.
It's just a matter of finding a place for it, right?
I'm struggling with that. I have room on that wall, which I would see from my spot on the couch. And then those fish would be these goldfish would see the kitchen also. Or I have this wall, which
That's a good
is,
place.
yeah, sure it is. It gives me better view, but I don't know. I got to figure out where I'm putting that tank first and then deal with it.
Yeah, that helps. You got to know where you're going to put it before you bring it in.
Right. See, this would be the goldfish's view of the house. They could watch TV with me. All right, this is just a quick one. If someone else will come up.
All right. Well, thank you
I,
for
I,
coming up.
I want it over there, actually.
Yeah, I think it would look really good there.
Because then I can see it from here, too. Instead of having to turn around and look over there.
Yeah, it's a lot of trouble having to turn your head.
Older I get. Okay, thank you. I shared.
All right. Thanks for
Good night.
coming up.
Yep.
Okay. See, technology gremlins. I hit the button and it didn't do anything. They're a big goldfish. Contracts to the furniture tank. Future tank. See, I can read. I have my glasses right here. I can read. Yeah, it's time for them to go in the bigger tank. Definitely. We have a big one in here. I don't know if I can get him to come over. Let me see. somebody here cleaned some duckweed out of the tanks and they threw it in the pond. So like now the whole pond is covered in duckweed and you can't see the fish. And I think I'm probably going to have to get the food to get the fish over here. See, they're all coming over. I'm going to see if I can get this camera closer and show you. So here we have, if you look there, we have, is that the gourami? Nope. That's the red devil and the Oscars. You ready for this? They come attacking. The gouramis take it out of your hand nice and easy. Trying to get that big old goldfish over here. He's just not going to come over here. I don't know where he went. There he is. He's coming. He smelled the food. He bullies his way in. There we go. See, I don't get it. People say gouramis are mean. They're like little babies. Like I can let go of the food and they won't eat it. But if it's in my hand, they'll come eat it right out of my hand. Yeah, the goldfish, I believe what I was told is that he's like 25 years old. That's the fun part of working here. It's the blue nails. Actually, it doesn't matter what color my nails are. They come and just eat the food right out of my hand. Even the Oscars. I'm surprised. At first, when you first put the food in there, the Oscars are like a little standoffish. Then they realize it's food, and then they come and try to push the gouramis out of the way to get to the food. And actually, they're green. They're green this week. So I have 2 weeks of green nails. Then they'll probably go back to blue. Yeah, we had somebody actually come in and was interested in that big koi in there. So Father Fish said if we sold them, well, actually he gave them the people that we got this fish from. He's like, we got him from a farm, and if you want, I can let you know where they are. So, aqua. Yeah, I think it's more aqua than blue. It's like a blue-green, so it's more aqua than anything, I guess. Because the green was like really green, and I didn't like that. And the dark blue that I had on the other week, when I went to have my nails done, and I told her I wanted the blue, And I picked the darker blue because I had already had the lighter blue. So she gave me the dark blue, but did not tell me one key thing about the dark blue. I found out on my own. So I was here one night, go through, and I got ready to leave, turn all the lights out, and I went out, got in my car. You got your dash lights that are on in the car when it's dark outside. And it wasn't until I turned my car off when I got home, I turned the car off and my nails were glowing blue. And I had to deal with glow in the dark nails for 2 weeks. I was not happy about that. Is professional? Yes. Yes, I go have mine done. I can't do that. Like, I'm left-handed. I would make a mess. I would make a total mess if I did it myself. It's been so long. But it's actually the cat's eye. So I don't know if you can tell it. Yeah, see, it's got the little circle in it. They take a magnet and get that on there. How to get rid of ick. Raise the temperature to 88, 89 for about a week, maybe 2. The temperature, the ick lives on the bottom where it's cold. And when your tank is cold or cooler, that's why ick attaches to them. So if you raise the temperature, you raise it for a week, it falls off, you keep it up there. It falls off within the first, I think, 3 days, but we say keep it up for a week, and that way it totally kills it off. There's also, if you haven't already, check out the Discord channel, the Fatherfish Shoal on Discord. There's all kinds of professionals over there with any kind of questions you have. If you think that, you know, your temperature's not right or anything really, there's always somebody over there that can help. And we have someone new here. He's new to me. I don't recognize the name. Hi, Bruce. Are you there?
Hey, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear
I
me?
can hear you. Yeah. Hi.
You would recognize me from the last meeting.
Oh, okay.
Me and my mom stopped in, man.
Oh, okay.
So I thought it would be interesting because I know how the fatherfish system is so unique. But I've been trying to apply this to saltwater for a long time. I've got aquacultured mandrins that I've been trying to breed, and yeah, it's ugly. I get it. But look, that little female right there is so fat, and she's ready to lay eggs. There's 6 mandrins in this 40 breeder for the last 2 years plus. Oh, there's the boy right there. But these guys are eating flakes. I can put in granules and like they're perfectly fine. And I get it, the tank is ugly, but it's so healthy for the fish, right? I mean, that's the point.
Right. Yeah, saltwater
A
tanks
little
are
too
like,
ugly. All right, now.
I don't know. I am scared to death of a saltwater tank because I just hear all these horror stories.
I mean, the only thing that you're doing differently is testing for salinity.
Well, yeah, that
Yeah.
you're dealing with salt, like.
Well,
So
yeah, true.
you've got like your sponges and whatever the underwater saltwater creatures like that there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really cool, but
Those two are my little breeder pairs back there. I don't know if we can see them. I'm still working on getting the babies. But my newest project, what you guys have spurred, thanks a lot. I'm working on a little breeding section.
okay.
And my first fry will prove to you how much these little albino, no, I'm sorry, not albinos, the blue-eyed lemon plecos they love all of the wood and all of the leaf litter that I have added into this tank. Like they are all over it until they disintegrate it. It's awesome. Look
That
at
is
that.
so cool.
These guys are probably, I think they hatched maybe a week ago, maybe a week and a half. I don't pay attention to days that much. That's the problem. So I did do some father fish tank, obviously. Some of like with the plecos, I wanted to be able to clean the bare bottom more often. But these are my my magenta mystery snails that I'm working on. Oh, this guy might be coming your way. He was the one male of the harem that I had purchased that I guess nobody decided to like. These three decided that he wasn't their friend.
Oh no.
So he's made by himself. He may end up coming to you guys. Working on some little Neocaridina shrimp. Problem is with the tanks turned sideways, you can't really see a lot of them, can you?
Right.
Seal Point Angels and Surbai Cories. Surbai, I don't even know how to say it.
Surbai?
Surbai, yeah, I'll take it. Koi guppies. I've been struggling with these koi guppies. My females keep getting super pregnant and then end up like that.
Right.
And I just can't, I mean, even that one looks like she's ready to pop.
Yeah, the koi guppies,
Yeah.
I don't know, like even well, I had problems with them, and who else did it? Someone else I was talking to. Oh, I think it was Jennifer. Y'all remember Jennifer when she worked here? She had koi guppies too, and she said every single one of her koi guppies died. Like she didn't know what was
Well,
going
I've
on
had
with
these
them.
guys for a few weeks now, and I'm down two, and that's the third one, so I believe it.
Yeah.
And here we got some blue Nia.
Uh-oh. We lost you. We lost him. He'll be back up. Thank you, Christian, for posting that link. I guess that's something I need to learn how to do, huh? I need to find where these links are. While we're waiting for him to come back up. I don't know. We did get some green neons in. We got a lot of green neons in. And I think he's back. I think he's trying to come back. I don't have a picture yet, so. On my end, I hear like a little bubble pop, and that's how I know somebody's down there. And but his picture's not there, so I don't know. We are getting things ready for Aquashella. So little by little, we're getting little things done. So one of the things, you have larger black mollies. They're about 3 inches. The ones we have are about 3 inches. We might have a couple of bigger ones. We had somebody bring in a bunch of mollies. But they're not like all black. They're like black and orange. Send me two. We can do that. Send me your address. Are they on the website? I don't know if they're on the website or not. I'll have to check. If they're not, you don't see them listed, I'll get Bryce to list them. What he's got to do is take pictures and add them to the store, And then we let Megan know that there's new stuff on the store, and then she puts the description and price and all that in. And so we'll get them up for you. So one of the things that we've been working on, everybody knows, is the Aqua Preta supplement. Crappy signal. That was about all. Okay. All right. Well, maybe next time. Is there a store email? Fatherfishaquariums@gmail.com. It's aquariums with an S. The supplement, the new sticker labels now have a barcode on them, and they go in a 12 by 9 by 6 box. We can get 12 of them in there, and we're going to be taking some up to Aquashella, and those are the wholesale boxes. So we're starting to get wholesale stuff going on. Next, we're going to be working on the flake food. We have to figure out how many we can get in a box, and then go from there. So let me see. There you go. That is the email address. That's the emails that both me and Megan go through. Yeah, we have so much fun going through the emails. But yeah, that's the email you want to send it to. And we can work on that. I'll get Bryce working on that. You know, crack that whip and get him to get mollies and platies up there. And I don't know, there's probably some other fish that's not up there yet. And we're finding out that it might not be your signal, it might be StreamYard. We have a lot of people that have problems with StreamYard. So it might be StreamYard. I don't know if Fatherfish is looking for like a different way to do lives. I think I heard him say that Tuesday. Because he started here on this laptop and it kept booting him off to the point that he was getting very frustrated. And so he ended up going into the office and getting on StreamYard, and it worked fine. So he seems to think it's the laptop. But like, I don't know. I have it plugged into the exact same one he had it plugged into Tuesday night. And I don't have any problems on Sunday night. I don't have any problems with StreamYard. So I don't know. It's those technology gremlins. They did not like him sitting here on this side of the room, being plugged in over here. He's used to being plugged in over there. So when he sat over here Tuesday night, the technology gremlins did not like that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't care what you say, Stan. Between Stan and Adam, they were both blaming me for the technical problems that were happening. And it was not me. I was in the other room. I wasn't anywhere near the computer. So what else? I'm looking around and I see Bryce is going to be very busy come tomorrow. I see quite a few tanks that are going to need a water change. So he's going to be very busy. Very, very busy. Come on, guys. It hasn't even been an hour yet. Anybody else want to come up? Hit the link and come up. I know you don't want to see me sit here and talk to myself all night. I don't want to sit here and talk to myself all night. I like looking at everybody's tanks. Gives me ideas on what I can do at my tank at home. Not that it will ever get done. I'm not home long enough to do anything with my tanks. My 20-gallon was down, water level was down quite a bit, and I looked at it last night and I finally just filled it up. The poor angels in there looked at me and they were happy after that. They actually said thank you. They have more water to roam around in. They're rolling that tank right now. It's only 3 of them and they're like maybe this big. They got rid of everything else that was in there. So I had lemon tetras that were almost as big as they were, but no, they did not like them in there. So, oh well, it's an angel tank for now. Now, when they get big enough, those angels will be coming here. Here in England, my father fish aquarium is thriving with blue shrimp. And I have no idea what that other one is. Naturally developed scuds too. Oh, that is so cool. I don't know what Acelius aquaticus, I don't know what that is. Sounds interesting though. The blue shrimp, I love the blue shrimp. They're so pretty. They're beautiful. But once they're in the tank, they're kind of hard to see. I think that's why everybody prefers the red ones and the yellow ones and the orange ones. Freshwater wood lice. Oh, so it's natural food for the shrimp? That's pretty cool. Do you have anything in there besides shrimp? Like, do you have any fish in there, or is it just like just a shrimp tank? And in the meantime, we have in the other room, we have, we're breeding guppies. We have 3 of the smaller, 5 of the smaller tubs that we're breeding guppies in. Next to one of the tubs of guppies, we have rummy nose tetras. So I've been feeding them blackworms, and Father Fish said probably by Monday or Tuesday, we'll be able to move them to the next tank over. So he said there was a couple of ways we could do this. We could get like the netting and put down there, and then put the fish in there so that the eggs will fall through the netting. Or the easier way is to fill it with marbles. So I went and got clear marbles, and I have the bottom all full of marbles. Next is to fill that tank up, let that water sit so that they'll be ready for the fish. They eat together. Planning on getting Corydoras and Ember Tetras. Ooh, nice. That's a nice combination. Pumpkin shrimp. Would that be the orange ones? This is fun. I didn't know about the Sunday Night Live. Yeah, we're live every Sunday at 6 o'clock. From 6 to 8, we're live. You can hit that link and come up and show your tanks. You're driving and lurking, Greg. Well, at least you're here with us. So, you know, you're listening. So when you get home, you can hit the link and come up. So yeah, every Sunday night at 6 o'clock. Well, supposed to be every Sunday night. When we have a big fish delivery, an overseas delivery, then we don't do the Sunday Night Live because I'm driving. We have to go pick the fish up, in which case I'm driving. The next Sunday night should be the next Sunday night that I will not be available, and well, barring any like mishaps and I'm unable to do a live, but schedule wise would be in September next month. Can you believe that? Wow. The weekend, it's the second weekend in September, so the 13th, 14th. We will be in New Jersey, actually packing up to come home when we should be live. So, and hopefully, unless we get one set up so Father Fish can get on his phone and just click the link and come up and start a live, unless we do something like that, yeah, we'll be driving back from New Jersey that Sunday night. So yeah, I'll be driving again. But maybe if we're thinking about it, we'll have one all set up and ready to go so he can go on his phone and just come on up. So we'll see. Yep. To the orange fish. Yeah. They do kind of look like pumpkins, don't they? Which is why they call the red ones cherries, because they're like cherry red. That makes sense. Yeah, yesterday it got crazy here. It got really crazy here. We had like people coming in every 5 minutes. They were coming in. There was more and more people coming in, and believe it or not, I caught just about every single one of those fish. Not all of them, but most of them. Embers are the copper colored ones that almost glow after live food treats. Corey's, I will probably go Julie, or maybe stir by. Tempted to get a whiptail cat or a green dragon pleco. Thank you for all the team, Father Fish, for the substrate. Oh, cool. Well, you are welcome. Yes, the one that mixes it up, he works really, really hard. He comes in and he does dirt like a lot. He'll do it like all day long. He'll do dirt. And we have Kenneth. Hi, Kenneth.
I didn't want to leave you hanging all alone, so I thought the
Thank
least I
you.
could do was show you a little fish tank action.
Well, thank you so much. And those are albino Corys?
They are a combination of the albinos and the neons.
Oh, neat.
So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get them to mate, but I haven't had any luck. So
There is a neon Cory. That's one I have not heard of yet.
yeah, they're the glowfish. So they just take neon green.
Wow.
And one of the fish shows is telling me they got them to cross with their albinos, and they're kind of weird.
Now, and they glow under the black light just like the glowfish do?
They do. Yeah, you know the so the Glowfish are hilarious if you ask me. Hang on, I'll see. I got a thing here. I could probably make some.
Yes, Lisa, if you look, you see there's one that looks like a yellow orange, and the other one looks almost all white or like a peachy color. He's called an albino Cory because he has no color.
I
Those
threw a
are
couple of black lights out. I don't know if it made a difference, but sometimes even in just regular daylight, they get this weird green glow to them. You're like, wow, that's weird and green. And, this guy's just camping out. Here's another one. So I'm looking for the spawning behavior, and I haven't seen it. I even went so far as to hook a pump up and try to get some cold water moving through there to simulate those conditions. I think I'm just gonna have to put a little more effort into it and get some bloodworms in there, and then I think the females think it's a good time to spawn. We'll see. Time will tell.
So we
So
have
that's
someone
that.
in the chat said to order them to not mate, wait for the eggs to roll on in.
Oh yeah,
Like kids, you tell them not to do something, they're guaranteed to do it.
absolutely. I was not expecting it the first time, and I thought it was going to be easy, and that was not the case. So they will do what they want to do. And I just keep putting in more plants. They're getting healthy. I got like the stem plant combo from Father Fish. It's doing real well. Got some dwarf sage, I think.
Yeah.
This is one of the first plants I got, the pearl weed from Father Fish. It might have been in my very first order. And there's still some around. That was well over a year ago. And
Oh,
I
wow.
grab a little here, and they die out in other tanks. But the new ones, they'll be hanging on. And I thought that was really fun. See, we got some shrimp up here today. They sure do like the guppy grass.
Yes, they do. So does Father Fish. Every time I turn around, I look in one of the plant tubs and it's full of guppy grass. And I'm like, where did this guppy grass come from? And yeah, it came from him. He just kind of like moves it around all the tanks. So I just take a deep breath because, like, what can you do?
Right. I'm setting up. So I cleaned out this. I was breeding it here. So I cleaned this tank out a little bit. And I think I was telling Dina the other day I'm going to get some sand down here. But first, I got to get my soil prated from Father Fish, put a little of that down, and I'll cover this in sand. It was going to be temporary when I was cleaning it up. I'm like, it's just now starting to get seasoned. So I tear it down.
So you have like, what is that you have in there right now?
Well, right now, I just, what is that plant? I think it's a hygrophila.
No, your substrate. What is that in there
Oh,
now?
that is your, what do they call that? Shrimp strata.
Okay, so instead of breaking down the whole tank and taking everything out, cap it with sand, and then you're going to get the Aqua Preta, the supplement. And once you get it, you take, now the bag you're going to get is a 1 pound bag, and it's good for 100 gallons. So you're not going to use the whole bag. You use just what you're going to need for that size tank. You're going to mix a little bit, put it in a bowl, mix a little tiny bit of water in it, not a lot, just a very little, and put it in ice cube trays. Once you freeze it,
Okay.
after you freeze it, you're going to take your tweezers and push it down under the sand into that substrate. If you go on Discord, there is a recipe that you can follow that tells you, well, the mathematical part that tells you how far apart to space it,
Oh, okay.
and it'll fix your substrate for you.
I knew people were doing it. I just hadn't gotten around to figuring out the exact method.
Right. They
But,
have it over on Discord. I'm not sure which
Yeah, I'm
channel
on
in
Discord. I'm
Discord
on
it is.
Discord. I remember seeing something. There's a whole channel on the substrate.
Right. Right.
I just go in there and I'm like, well, I'm not setting up a tank. I'm not setting up a tank. But now I'm like, oh, instead of tearing this tank down, maybe it's time to go over to that channel and read about it.
Right. Just fix it. You don't have to tear it down. Just
So-
once you cap it with your sand, you get your supplement, you freeze it, and then you push it. You're going to push it down under the sand. And
The
that's-
frozen
that's all
part's
you
what
need.
I like, the ice cube tray. So that makes it hard so I can get it there and I'll just do it real quick before it starts to dissolve.
Right. Because
Cool.
once it gets down in the dirt area part, it'll dissolve and kind of like go where it needs to go to fix your substrate.
Super.
And then just add more plants.
There you go. Well, that's just what it comes down to. This tank is kind of dirty, but that's because I got a whole bunch of those Cory catfish in there. And they just love to keep everything on the bottom spun up and in the air. They're a weird bunch.
Yeah, they do like to do that, don't they?
Yeah, they just, yeah, the shrimp love them. No, I swear to you, I'm not even making this up. I've seen a shrimp trying to climb on one, and he was riding them for a little bit, but finally, I think he shook them off. But they stir up so much sediment from the bottom. Yes, there's got to be tons of microorganisms, and the shrimp, I'm telling you, they're not even afraid of them. They're like buddies with the catfish. They follow them around, jump on them, start eating the mud off of them. Got some good leaves. Good time of the year, because you know that the brown ones are the ones left from last season. So in the fall, it can get a little confusing.
It can.
Yeah, so every week I've been getting them in there. I don't know if these are a little oversaturated, but this is my oldest shrimp tank, and I did it right. So I wasn't trying to breed guppies yet. I was more interested in just getting a good substrate with some plants going. Let's see, is that all shrimpy there? Yeah.
Well, all your tanks are looking great.
Tired in plants, right?
Right.
This is my tropical tank.
Your tetras.
Are those-
Got lots of tetras in there.
Yeah, lots of glow. I got the glow tetras. I just thought that was the craziest thing ever. And some Danios. There is a couple of Chinese algae eaters in here that are doing real well. This is an original sword in the tank. This tank is is a year and probably 4 months.
Nice.
And yes, my original father fish tank. You see, I got really carried away with the substrate. It swelled. That's how you learn. And a lot of plants have come and gone. It has really become quite stable. There has been some fish born in here. They get this little jungle area they love. The plants are popping out of the top.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Neil has a question. What happens if I drop some shrimp in with the molly fry? Well, when the mollies grow up,
Fry will say, Well, how big are the shrimp and how big are the mollies?
We've
Because
got ghost shrimp and amanos.
they'll eat the babies, but they'll
Yeah.
leave the big ones alone.
Right. The mollies will eat the shrimp babies.
Yeah, so the little. Yeah, but that's just fair game. That's just a snack.
Right.
So, I think I was telling Dina. So this tank over here turned into a breeding tank. So this was my shrimp tank, and it was only had shrimp in there and plants. And shrimp went crazy, so I was putting them in all the other tanks. And then I had a guppy situation where I bought these fancy guppies on an impulse buy, and they were pretty darn awesome guppies. It was the International Fancy Guppy Association auction, so it was either then or never. So I got some real winners, but I brought them home, and one of the mothers ended up in here, or a couple of the mothers ended up in here, which is really good because actually the best thing for baby fish is live shrimp.
Nice.
They won't go after the big ones, but I know these guys were cranking out babies like I couldn't find them homes. This thing exploded. The trick is it's the father fish fry supplements. Just basically it's just basically the cold formula ground up into a fine powder. And if you don't have any fish in there, and you put a pinch of that in with your shrimp, in 2 months you'll have mad shrimp.
Oh, wow.
4 months you will be a shrimp keeper. You will have a shrimp colony. So what it does is it blows all those little particles in there. So when a baby shrimp is born, in the first 48 hours, it's got to shed its skin like twice or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but in the first 48 hours, they got to get something to eat, and they got to get a new exoskeleton and everything. And to do that, they got to have that chance of that food being right where their mama kicks them out. It's got to be there. And the best way to do that is just to go over your filter where it's bubbling up, or over your bubbler. Put a pinch of the father fish super fry. It's really just super powdery fry, cold fry fish food. If I'm saying that right. And those shrimp go crazy. And then they're part of the ecosystem. And now they're feeding my baby guppies. And I'm sure that'll work for mollies.
I think it's golden pearls. I think
Golden
that's what it
pearls are
is.
probably, get them
Yeah,
up.
it's a powder. So Lisa
Oh.
says it's very interesting, but it's 1 a.m. in France, and she's going to bed. Good night,
What?
Lisa.
You crazy
for
fish
joining us.
lover staying up till 1 a.m. just for father fish? Wow.
That's dedication. Thanks for joining us.
Au revoir, mon ami. It's all the French I learned in high school, right there. One line. Goodbye, my friend.
I took French 2 of the 4 years I was in high school, and don't remember much of anything.
Yeah. If you don't use it, right?
Yeah, right. That's like the sign language. I got pretty good at sign language, but then you stop using it and you lose it. And it's like, crap. Like I just about
It means
forgot
your brain's
everything.
full.
It does. It makes my brain hurt sitting there trying. It's like, I know what that word is. I know how to do that in sign language, and it just doesn't come to me. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, that's me all day long. Doesn't get any better as you get older, young lady. All right.
Well, I think we're probably around the same age.
Oh, you're 29 too, huh? Tiger Lotus.
I'm 30 and holding.
There you go. I love this stuff. These valves, these are original valves I got too. The first plants I ordered, and they
Is that-
started out in the other tank as well. They went crazy over here. They love this thing. I have to cut them back pretty frequently, but I don't like to do it too much because let's see if I can get really close. See all these spaces? Oh, that's where they love to hang out. Like right now, I'm scooping them,
Yeah.
but they're just minding their own business and they're doing their thing. And those are all little caves and tunnels. This guy's gonna come by too.
So we have another question in the comments. I'm
Yeah.
trying to set up a canister filter. Honestly, I know nothing about canister filters, but my inlet sucks water in and my outlet is pushing water out. What could be wrong? Any advice will be really appreciated. I would say you got something not hooked up right.
Wait, one more.
Outlet is sucking water in and inlet is pushing water out. It sounds like you got them reversed, maybe. And it's 12:20 in England, and let's see who's saying that. Mordred Carver. It's 20 after midnight here in England. We watch because there's no suitable alternative over here at a reasonable time. That's why I like Netflix.
That's how a lot of Americans end up betting on Arsenal football and other European sports in the middle of the night.
I'm not big on sports.
Yeah, I mean neither, but I got these friends. I know these guys who are, and if you do it right, you can get sports coverage 24/7 all over the world, right? Yeah, definitely. If the inflow and the outflow is not going the way you want, then you got your pump set up backwards.
That's what it sounds like.
Was the person in Australia?
Maybe, I don't know. It's
Because if you're in Australia, you got to plug it in backwards.
It's at Sid Do 9 Hugh.
So the water
Whoever
flows
that
the
is, I
other
have no
way.
idea. So I don't know. I don't know where they are, but he's having problems with his canister. It sounds like you just have it backwards.
You're fine. It's a canister filter. Whatever side's sucking it in is the in. Whatever side's spitting it out, that's the out.
If I turn off my canister and pull off the inlet and outlet off the canister and open them up, I get a constant flow on the inlet and a proper stream in the outlet. And he's in the UK.
Yeah. So flip your canister lid the other way, or just rock with it. It doesn't. I don't really think it matters. The whole point is there's got to be water coming into your canister, and it's what you have in your canister filter. So you really is what you want to do is you want to put a bunch of aggregate in there. Those clay cylinders are nice. Pea gravel is not a horrible choice. And then maybe a plastic like screens. What you don't want is you don't want to use that charcoal junk that probably came with the canister. You really just want it to be full of media, what they call media.
Polyfill. Like something like polyfill?
Polyfill, yeah. I mean, basically, you just want, your canister filter is going to do two things, right? It's going to pick out the big stuff, and then it's going to give the water, same as a sponge filter, it's going to bring the water through all these little ceramic rings and rocks and everything where the algae lives, and it's going to purify it. So your canister filter has to run for a good month to get that substrate in there all organically charged up. Or you can cheat and take a filter that is already being used in another tank and just throw it in there. Right? But rinse your filters in cold water if you do that. All canister filters are a little different. But what kind of canister? What's the manufacturer?
Oh, we
So I
have
use a-
somebody from
I use a-
Australia here too.
I use like a Fluval. This is what I use. And I don't even use it correctly. You're not supposed to have these go down. It's supposed to be fixed, and it's supposed to be the shortest possible length between the canisters. But it's really what I'm doing with this is I just break it out when I want to create water flow. Like I'm trying to stimulate these guys to breathe. So I gotta make them feel like they're in a river. And this gives me really good flow because it's a butt kicking canister filter.
Okay, so he says the inlet hole is quite big and I think would get all the debris, but the outlet has a very small hole at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, you'll want to put something on over the outlet hole to keep all the junk from getting sucked in there.
And it's an EF plus.
Yeah, you should be fine. Yeah, I use these screen boxes. So I don't know if I have one available. But anyway, there's these little net boxes. Or I guess you could just tie a stocking over the end. People have probably done all sorts of things, right? On the inlet.
Yeah.
But you just don't want the hose to suck stuff straight in. First, it'll suck in your little fish and your little shrimp, and it'll grind them up. So you got to have a screen or something so they don't get sucked in. But also, it'll suck in all your plants, and then it gums it up, and it'll slow it down. I point the angle like into a corner and make it bounce off like a sidewall, create a current.
And we have a suggestion here. They need to get a fatherfish substrate, heavily plant it, and ditch the canister filter for an air filter, less hassle, and is more natural.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the ultimate goal.
Right.
The ultimate goal is to only use that canister filter as a bit of a crutch until your own system kicks in and does what it's supposed to do, which is filter everything. So this is the other side of the other tropical tank, and then here's what everyone wants to see: the endless supply of guppies.
Guppies. We love guppies.
What's not to love? They think they're going to get fed.
That's a lot
And
of
I'm
guppies.
starting to see some color in some of them.
Nice. I
Well, that one's not a
actually,
guppy. There's also some tetras in there, red tetras. That being said, I don't know if I'm going to get a good
Neil
focus.
said he zip ties an extra filter bag to the intake tube on his hang on the back. Should work on a canister too.
Oh, yeah. No, right. Yeah, there you go. I like how this one's in the air and I can see through it.
Right.
I do it just right. I can show my father's fish drawing.
Nice.
There you go, right? Yeah, perfect accompaniment to any fish tank. Yeah, you can see though, this one's really set up crazy. So I had mud down here, and then I have sand, and then I have pea gravel, and then I have marbles. The pea gravel and the marbles, they just create space, right? They built by filling space.
Yeah.
The sand and the dirt's really doing the work. Although there is a good area for tons of look at all the microorganisms we all live underneath those marbles. Huge invisible spaces to us, but complete homes to your phytoplankton.
Yeah, I went to get marbles for the Tetra setup. I picked I don't know why, but Father Fish told me, he goes, "What Tetras do you want to start with?" I said, "I don't know. How about rummy nose?" He goes, "That's perfect." So we got the
Okay.
rummy nose, we pulled them, got them in the one tank, we're feeding them blackworms. He goes, "Now your next tank," he goes, "put like a double layer of marbles in there." Why, I go to Walmart to get marbles, and I couldn't find them anywhere. So I asked the lady that works there, I was like, "Do you have marbles?" She goes, "Yeah, they're right here." I totally missed them because the bag was so small. I could
I
fit the
was
whole
gonna
bag in my
say,
hand. I'm like,
I
"That's
noticed the same
crazy."
thing.
And they wanted like $5 for this little teeny tiny bag of marbles. I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you." I put them back. I went to the section where the plastic flowers are and all that stuff, where you can do it yourself, and they have big jars of them,
There
of
you
the different
go.
color marbles. So I got the clear marbles. I got like 4 of them for
Ooh.
less than what the regular marbles were going to be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I just dumped them in there. I had like four little jars of them, and dumped the marbles in there, and I have like 2.5, almost 3 layers of marbles there
Oh, that's super
for the
because
Tetra eggs.
yeah, because that's that second layer that really gets those marbles in the air,
Right.
creates all those 100% super small spots. That's amazing. Though you got to shop around and buy your marbles in bulk. And honestly, I think the tariffs kind of messed up shipments from China.
Yeah.
They're probably sitting in a warehouse, even in the United States, but they don't want to sell them until they can sell them competitively.
Yeah.
So
Well, I didn't feel
it's
like going
weird
over
because
to
there was like,
Hobby Lobby, so
yeah, there was like one year they were shoving marbles down my throat. You could get enormous quantities for like nothing. And then the next year, and I went online and did an investigation. And I'm like, wow, I think most of these are cast in China. Yeah, it's just a weird niche industry. Marble.
right.
And they advertise they're like an accompaniment to make for children to play with, to make plants in the house look nice, or fish aquariums. I think that's pretty much what the only 3 purposes are anymore, or ever have been, right?
But do kids even play marbles anymore?
Not even, yeah, on their computer games. They can't really, they got really advanced ones. They do, you know.
Right.
Their marbles fly and shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
don't
remember
know.
my little brother had marbles. He would have them marbles and Legos.
They're wonderful toys.
Yeah.
The marbles are endlessly fascinating because of the color, the
Hmm.
clarity, and they're perfectly round.
Right.
So, I actually somewhere someone had given me a crystal ball, not an expensive one. These things are like $12, a little small one. When I
Okay, like
find
a
that,
mud crystal.
I'm putting the crystal ball in here. Probably just a glass ball, probably not real crystal, but
Yeah, you can get the glass ones. They're kind of hard to see. We had one, I don't know, it's probably like 2 or 3 inches, and I had given it to Father Fish. So it was the clear glass ball, and it was an etching on the inside. It had a octopus, no, not octopus. What was it? It was a jellyfish that was
oh,
etched on
neat.
the inside of it.
Oh, cool.
And I went walking by one of the tanks the one day, and it was sitting in the tank, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." You're supposed to set it on the little thing that has the light, so when you light it up, you can see the little jellyfish in the middle of it. But yeah, he had it sitting in one of the tanks.
Absolutely. See there. There you go. That's funny.
So Greg says apparently marbles are a choke hazard for the kids nowadays, so they're hard to find. Decorative marbles are more easily available. That doesn't surprise me. These are also kids that took a Tide Pod and tried to eat it. So yeah, they're not very smart.
They're not.
That does make sense. Huh. Yeah, I remember that, the Tide Pod challenge, and I'm like, when I heard that, I was like, what?
No,
Why would you
know
do
exactly.
that?
No, I heard the same thing. I just don't know where the liability is. If a kid can eat it, you're liable. I don't know, because kids can eat everything. I'm thinking that what's a marble to? Oh, it's a choking hazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a rubber ball. I mean, you'd have to be a real baby. Yeah, I guess it could happen to a baby. Yeah. But anyway, pay attention to all that stuff when you have kids around.
Right. That you're supposed to watch your kids, not give them a toy and let them be on their own. I mean,
Yeah, you know what's a really dangerous? Those lithium batteries. The
yeah.
kid chucks one of those down, you won't know until he's vomiting freaking blood.
Huh.
You gotta go pull it out. It could burn the esophagus and stuff. Yeah. So marbles
Luckily,
are
my
nothing
kids have
compared to a
more
lithium
brains.
battery. Geez.
My kids have more brains than to stick everything in their mouth.
Yeah,
Maybe I just
you know
fed
what?
them well, so like I made plenty of cookies and stuff for them, so they didn't need to put their toys in their mouth.
I was gonna say it sounds more like a cleanliness problem in the house than a management problem. I like these. They're not giving us all their colors, but those are metallic tuxedo blue deltas.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they get crazy.
Well, thank you so much for coming up.
There you go.
And,
Tell me we have someone else who's going to keep you
Sure,
entertained for a while.
Yeah, we have somebody named Anita that came up, and she's waiting to come up.
Anita,
So,
it's all you.
Anita.
Let's see what you got.
Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
Brenda.
coming
See you
up.
later.
See ya. We have Anita. Hello, Anita.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Thank you for being so patient.
No, that's all right. I thought I'd help you out.
Oh, thank you. I love that tank.
Thank you. It's relatively new. It got set up in March.
Oh, nice.
I'd owned tanks before. I'd owned a tank before when I was, late teens, early 20s. But this is the first father fish tank I had. I always wanted to grow plants. And now they're growing. I had a few mishaps. Can you see it clearly?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I had a few mishaps, but I think they're kind of okay now. There's some that are kind of on their way out, like the one at the back. I don't know what you call it.
The sword that you have in the back.
Is that a sword?
So swords will, as they, the longer they're in water, they will transform. When we get them from a farm, they're grown terrestrial. So
Right.
once they go in water, they start to transform. During that transformation, they will lose their leaves and look like they're dying, but they're not. Those leaves are dying off, but they're making room for new aquatic leaves to come up.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing to know. All right. I don't know the names of half of these plants. but I like them. These ones down here, I didn't plant all of them. They've kind of,
Right. You probably
uh,
only had a couple of them.
yeah,
That's
and they've,
your dwarf sag. So
okay,
dwarf sag again will transform when you get it. It looks one way. It
mhm,
will shrink and then it will multiply. So it's
okay,
shooting runners in the sand.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
shooting runners out and bringing up babies everywhere. It's going to end up
that's right.
carpeting that whole area there.
Oh, lovely. I think I'd like that.
It looks really good.
Yeah. I think earlier you were asking what these fish are, right? These these ones with black and white stripes, black stripes.
Black and white. Is that a tetra? Is that one of the? Is that
It
a
is a
black skirt
tetra.
tetra?
Correct. Yeah, and I've got some ember tetras here too. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. Teeny tiny guys.
They are teeny tiny. Yeah, that's what it looks like. The little orange guys.
Yes, the little orange guys. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and I've got 5 cherry shrimp in here somewhere. I don't see them. I never see them. I will see one every so often. I don't know. I don't know if they're dead or alive.
I thought the same thing. I had a betta jar set up, and I put a couple of blue ones in the tank, in the jar with him, and everybody kept saying, "Well, no, there's no shrimp in there. I can't see them. I can't see them." So I put red ones in
Mhm.
there, and they're like, "Oh,
Uh-huh.
wow, I can see those." I
Yeah.
forgot they were in there, and I went to do a water change, and I think I sucked a couple of them up because I didn't see them after that, and I went, "Oh, I forgot there was shrimp in there."
Well, I hope they're still alive.
Yeah, I think they are. I mean,
And
that jar is still
yeah.
set up, so if they are, then they're in the jar having a good old time
Hmm.
because the
Yeah,
betta
that's
got
good.
moved to a
Yeah.
bigger tank.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they've got lots of hiding places, so hopefully mine are still alive.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they are. Yeah, you got lots of hiding spaces there.
Okay. Yeah. And they're
Yeah, I love
tiny.
what
Oh
you
my gosh,
did.
I didn't realize that they were so tiny.
I
All
love
right.
your setup.
Okay.
It looks really
Oh, well,
good.
thank you. Thank you. By the way, I shall be in New Jersey in when you guys are there. I want to get to the Aquashella, and I can only go on the 12th, so I'm hoping to catch you guys there.
Okay, I think the 12th is Friday, right?
No, the 12th is the Saturday.
This Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I can't wait to
Yeah.
meet you then. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna
I'll
have a
come
whole
by.
setup where
Yes.
the printer that we're printing the labels for the Aqua Preta, it's a
Mhm.
printer to not only print stickers but photos. So we
Okay.
plan on taking that printer with us. So if
Mhm.
you get a picture taken with Father Fish, you can get it
Mhm.
printed out right there while you wait.
Oh, that's lovely. All right. Well, I look forward to it. I'm looking forward to going there.
Oh, me too. I'm so excited. We can't wait.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'll let your next person come up, and I enjoy talking with you.
Oh, I love talking to you too. Thanks for
All
coming
right
up.
then. Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
So, Greg, Tetras probably think they're delicious. The embers? I don't know. We have this community tank has black skirt tetras and neons in it, and they don't bother the neons. So, yeah. Guess if you have enough plants in there, they can't see them, right? maybe. I don't know. I take it by your comments that you're home now. So like, there's no reason why you can't hit that link and come up, you know, when you get settled. Feed your puppy. Oh, if you see 6, there's 100. Yeah, I bet there is. The shrimp are crazy. The bigger tetra eating the shrimp. Oh, yeah, maybe. That's possible. That makes sense. Look at you making sense. Well, yeah, the baby shrimp. Unless they're just like hiding really good. She had a lot of good hiding places in there. So Thursday, this was just like a really crazy week. So Wednesday we had the hose exploded in the tank room here. So we had a big mess to clean up. Thursday, we had a fish order. Now the fish usually don't get here because he dries them down, I think from New Jersey or something. And so they don't usually get here until about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm here by myself, 9 o'clock in the morning. Hadn't even unlocked the door yet. I was just going around feeding the fish, and I hear this noise coming from the back door. It's the guy here with the fish. And I'm like, oh, crap. Nobody else is here. So I go prop the door open so he can bring, you know, these 4 big boxes of fish in. And then I grabbed his empty boxes and gave them to him. And about 5 minutes after he walked out the door, Bryce got here. And so I didn't have to do that all by myself. Thank goodness. Because they would have just sat in them boxes till somebody got here, because I don't know where they go. And he had this really big, I don't know what it was, eel. I don't know what kind of eel it was. It was a really big one though. He was like 8, 10 inches, something like that. So we moved Rupert. We had already moved Rupert out of his tank and put him in the tub. And we had that tank ready. So it was all set up and ready to go. So we got an eel in there all by himself. He looked kind of creepy. He didn't look like he was doing too good for a while. So I don't know if he's going to make it. Update on the Altums. They are no longer in that front 75. We have moved them to a hospital tank in the back. I got a crash course on medicating fish. Now I knew like if it's a bacterial infection or open sore, get the Neosporin, and I know how to do all that. I haven't actually done it myself, but I know how to do that. This was different. So Father Fish told us, you know, and this is like 5 minutes before 5. He'd already left for the day. He said, set up a tank in the back there. We had to totally clean it out, drain all the water out, clean all the sand out, clean the inside, put fresh water in there. And so we had the water in there. We had the heater in there. And so Father Fish calls me. He goes, okay, have you moved the fish yet? And I said, no, not yet. Because like we were waiting for the water because it was fresh water that we just put in there. So we're waiting for it to warm up and all that. He said, okay. He said, in the meantime, he goes, go get this medication. And I'm like, where? And he told me exactly what the tub looked like. He said, go get that. And he talked me through how to mix it up. Is 1 teaspoon in warm water, let it melt, and then pour it in there. Then kind of like whoosh it around and all that. And I was like, wow, talk about your crash course. So I'm on the phone with him and mixing the medication up at the same time. And I'm like, that was a first for me. So I'm thinking everything's good by morning, Saturday morning. We'll be able to move the angelfish in there. We get here Saturday morning, and of course I had the problem with the Thunderdome in there with the fish all at the top and had to do a water change there. So when Father Fish finally got here, he was like, have you moved the fish yet? I said, no, not yet. Told him what had happened. And he was like, okay. And it looks like I'm going to have to do another one because they're doing the same thing. So we go back there, and he's like, he said, what did you put the heater on? I said, well, we cranked it up to 89 to get it warm because it was cold water that went in there. He goes, well, that's too hot. Crank it back, turn it back down to 84. I go in there and I turn it to 84. I'm like, wait a minute, something's wrong. The heater's not working. The light's not on. Then the little light bulb went off. I went, oh, I forgot to plug it back in. Bryce had unplugged the heater as we were draining the water so that the heater wouldn't pop. And he goes, he told me too, he looked right at me and he goes, it goes, plug it in right there when you get the water back in. And I didn't do it. And I started freaking out because the heater wasn't working. And no, we need a new heater. And nope, it just needed to be plugged in. So I was having one of those kind of days Saturday. But the fish are in there. And so far, we haven't lost any more. To date, we have lost, I want to say 5, maybe 6 of the Ultims out of 20. The rest of them are swimming around doing okay, but we're going to keep a close eye on them and make sure. Yeah, there's I'm probably going to have to do a small water change in that tank before I leave to go home. Wasn't expecting to do that because they're not acting right. They're all at the top again. And yeah, that's it's not looking too good. I don't know if y'all will be able to see this or not. See the lights out on that tank, so I don't know if you can see them. The big one. Yeah, I can't get a really clear shot of them. Oh well. So I'll probably be here for a while. Yeah, so Father Fish was like, because they're wild caught, give them, like when they got here, he told Bryce, he goes, give them blackworms. And the problem was they think it was the blackworms that he was putting in there. I wasn't doing it. He had Bryce doing it. I did not know for the first few days that he was giving them blackworms that he was doing that. The cool green flakes that we have, I was taking that and smashing it up real small like I would for like the neons and all them. I was making them real tiny flakes, almost like a powder. And I was putting that in there and they were attacking it when I put that in there. So they were eating the green flake. And he had said something the one day about the worms. He looked at Bryce, he goes, don't give them worms anymore. I think the worms is doing something that could be part of the problem. So don't give them worms. And I looked and I went, worms? I said, you're giving them worms? He goes, well, yeah. He goes, they have to eat. And I was like, they are eating. He goes, what do you mean? What are they eating? I was like, they're eating the cool green flake. And he looked at me and goes, they're eating that for you? And I went, yeah. He goes, I tried giving them the cool green flake and they wouldn't eat it. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, I smashed it up like real small, almost powdery. I said when I put it in the tank, they all just like went nuts. They came out from everywhere to attack it. I said, they eat good. Trust me. I feed my fish. I feed all my fish. When I see a fish that I go to feed and they're not eating, that's when I know that there's a problem. But the angels were eating the flake food just fine, so I didn't think much of it. Usually they need more protein, which is probably why he was telling him to give them the black worms, um, the blue fingernails. They were blue last week. No, actually last week, because I had them done Tuesday. So last week they were green. They're aqua color, mermaid color. Could be. I don't know. You never know. Because like these fish in here, every time Bryce tries to feed them, like they go after him too. He's been bit by quite a few of these fish in the shop, and I laugh at him. I think it's funny. I was like, well, you're teasing them. He goes, no, I'm not. I'm just putting the food in there. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, none of the fish have bit me. I was like, you're just not doing it right. So I'll look up, because the cool green flake is more, I don't know. I have to read the label on that and get back to you on what's in it. But yeah, all the angel babies, they were eating the cool green. These angel babies back here were eating the color and growth till we ran out, which is, it's on its way. It's in transit to us, more of that. So in the meantime, I was giving them the mysis and garlic. And who else gets the cool green? The Wairus. The Wairus, the adult Wairus actually come up out of the water to take it out of my fingers. It's pretty funny. Like as soon as I take the lid off, his little mouth is coming up out of the water, reaching for the food before it even gets there. It's really cool to see. I'll have to try to record that sometime. Hello, Greg.
Hello, lady.
How are you? Did we lose audio already?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you have a lag?
I do. I have a lag. I don't know what the deal is. About 20 seconds, and then it repeats everything I say and you say.
Oh, no.
That's aggravating.
Yeah, I bet. You got to laugh at it, though. What can you do?
Here's the thing.
I love those fish. Mordred Carver, is time for him to go to sleep. Have a great day. Good night. Thanks for joining us.
Smelled you, lady.
They're racing to get the food. Just use your Wizard of Oz voice.
Move,
It's
Daisy.
funny because your guys wait for it to get almost to the bottom before they eat it. When I put the flake in the pond, they're all up at the top trying to, like, they're pushing each other out of the way trying to get to it.
Okay, mine, I never feed at the surface. Short body goldfish are kind of known if they gulp air, they can have swim bladder issues.
Well, I think the ranchus themselves stay like pretty far down, but like all the koi come up and they try to take it right out of my hand.
Right. It's the short body fish.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Pearl scale blue lizards. This is a 125 gallon. I had Frontosa in it, so I never got to dirty yet.
Huh. Crackheads.
Bunch of crackheads.
Did you think
Got
I
the
was
golden
talking
one to
about
kill.
you?
Yeah, got the golden one to kill in there trying to be a crackhead.
I said crackhead and Bella came running.
Moving on, moving on.
Beautiful. All your fish are beautiful. Look.
Thank you, thank you. I think so anyway. Rummy knows are wanting to be fed. Roundabout.
Ooh, baby angels.
That's enough of them, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's a lot of babies.
The baby crackheads.
The baby crackheads. That's a lot of babies.
It is a lot of babies. I can show you my next door, my Ponta Geeton, a Ponta Jeet, I don't know how you say it. It's bloom.
Oh, all vacious.
It's got a bloom coming up.
Yep. Looking nice.
That's in the Pleco breeding tank. You got some King Kong yellow Delta guppies.
Pretty, pretty.
Cubans next door. We got some leaf fish that are impossible to see. Yep, still can't see them.
And you're awesome that think he's a pink one.
He thinks he is.
Wouldn't that be funny if two of them bred?
I would love to have some. I would love to have some pink also.
I think you would be able to name them.
Yeah. What Skipper?
They're trying to figure out how to get out.
Definitely. Definitely. Let me see. I'll throw some food in there and get the turtles to come in. I guess they're not going to cooperate.
Yeah, they're finicky.
I got a batch of pleco eggs there in the breeder box.
Oh, nice.
The pleco down here in this cave kicked them out.
He kicked them out.
Yeah, they kick them out.
I thought they stay in the cave with them until they're born.
Not always. Sometimes, especially if you have multiple females in there, they can't wait long enough for the egg to hatch and become free swimmers before they want to get that other male in there, that other female in there.
Hmm.
But I guess you could say they're hoe dogs. All right, I'm gonna back on out of here.
Okay. Thanks for coming up.
Thanks for having me up.
And with that, another Sunday Night Live comes to an end. Thank you, everyone, for hitting that link and coming up and showing your tanks. I love watching all the tanks. Thanks for joining the live. Don't forget to come back Tuesday at 7 for Father Fish. Hopefully, no gremlins will be around. Because, yeah, he gets kind of frustrated with them. So, no gremlins for Father Fish. Hopefully it'll be nice, smooth, and won't keep getting booted out of StreamYard. And then Wednesday night, join me and Dina for Random Mischief at 7 o'clock. And until then, y'all have a wonderful week and enjoy the rest of your Sunday for whatever's left of it. And I'll see you next time.